First of all, pressure makes diamonds. You are well equipped and ready to face any challenge that comes your way. You already have, actually. A big part of this message is self-appreciation. I really want you to thank yourself for always getting back up. Sometimes we can get a little stagnant or we can have a little doubt, but at the end of the day, you're still here and you always keep going. What's good, my loves? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna be sharing with you exactly why you are actually more ready than you think. Let's get straight into the video. I feel like a lot of us are kind of in this waiting period. The old life is gone and the old self is gone, which is what we wanted, but we still haven't fully stepped into that unfamiliar new space. Even though it's more authentic to us, it's more truthful, it's more blissful, fruitful, there's this waiting period that a lot of us are in, waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel good enough, waiting to have it all figured out. Your higher self, the one that got the download, is actually ready. The part of you that does not trust yourself is really just the ego. It's us trying to stay attached to the familiar, to what's comfortable because of the perceived safety. But I just realized something. Is it really safe to stay attached to that? Because I feel like it's really putting ourselves in this stagnant, complacent energy, and it's unfulfilling. It feels safe because it's what we know and we already know the outcome, even though the outcome might hurt us. So to step into the unfamiliar and not know what's gonna happen, like, yeah, it's scary, of course, but you're ready. Just because it's unfamiliar and uncomfortable does not mean that you can't handle it. I'm sure it's been so many times on your journey where you were about to step into the next level, but you were hesitant because you didn't think that you could handle it or was good enough. Then you ended up doing it because you had to and ended up excelling at it. So when we feel in that feeling of hesitation, remember all the times that you did actually go ahead and go for it. Remember that it was really just playing tricks on you. Sometimes we can feel like we don't know what to do or what steps to take, but your higher self knows exactly what to do. And that's where you should put your trust in, because the ego is not driving, the ego is not leading in this next space. We have to put that to the side, in the back burner, in the corner, and take a step back when we feel fear and detach from it. When we say that we don't trust ourselves, we saying we don't trust God. We don't trust the higher power and the divinity within us, which is a trick. That is the mind trying to play games on you, trying to keep you safe, when it's really not safe to stay in that place. The part of us that is able to connect with the spirit beyond this physical is the part of us that is God. The awareness of everything. When your body is completely still, through meditation or even being like super drunk, like you ever just be super drunk or super sick and your body is out of it, but you're still in awareness of everything around you. You're still sharp inside of here. That is consciousness. That is God. Any seed or idea that's been planted inside of you is meant to be brought to real life. It wouldn't have came to you if you weren't meant to fulfill that. We're meant to be our most authentic selves and keep breaking down these walls of limiting beliefs. Being yourself is fulfilling your purpose. Even if you're not some type of creator or public figure, do you know how many people have influenced me that aren't influencers? You know, that have lifted me up and encouraged me just by being them, even if it's just being kind. Allow everything that brings you love and joy to keep propelling you into this next level. We came to earth to learn and to love. And you might feel overwhelmed, like, okay, it's just too much. What do I do? Where do I start? Listen, you're not overwhelmed. You're overstimulated. There's a difference. To say that you're overwhelmed is to say that you can't handle it and it's just too much. But what's really going on is it's a whole bunch of thoughts in your mind at one time. And a lot of these thoughts are not true. A lot of these thoughts are still the ones that we attach to from childhood in our subconscious programming. You ever been at work and you get in a big old rush and you were able to take care of it? You were handling everything, even though it was overstimulating, even though you're gonna need a breather, you're gonna need a break in a minute. You was still operating, not even knowing that you could do all that, not even knowing that you could handle that. But pressure makes diamonds. You will be amazed at what you are capable of once you put yourself out there. And that right there helps you build the self-trust and the confidence too. And like I say, appreciate yourself, because life can be a bitch and you're still here. You still rocking. You're not overwhelmed, you're overstimulated. And sometimes we can run from our own thoughts. I was, for the past month or two, scrolling a lot, watching Netflix a lot, overstimulated myself because I was so afraid to hear my own thoughts, my own beliefs that are limiting, that aren't true at all. If you're afraid of silence, it doesn't have to be silent. You can fill that space of stimulation with positive stimulation, with calming affirmations, with things that reflect your highest self. And life don't gotta be all straight achievement, everything gotta be productive. It don't gotta be like that. But if you're not where you wanna be and you're not in a space of joy, then you want to spend most of your time being productive. And productive doesn't have to look so intense. Relaxation is productive. And that's something that is going to help you to connect to your intuition. So sometimes you don't have to go hard, but you still got to move forward. Even if you're crawling on all fours, you still headed towards that way. But when we get too comfortable and we get too complacent and we just settle for less than what we know that we deserve, we'll always end up on this hamster wheel of wanting better, but we just can't seem to get ourselves off because of the thoughts. So taking care of yourself and pouring into yourself the things that you know that you need, whether it's eating healthy, whether it's exercising more, whether it's not overstimulating, those things are extremely productive, because once you get the mind right and you get into alignment, then you'll receive all the downloads and everything that you need to know in order to move forward. You have everything that you need right now. What in your environment right now can you use to keep propelling you forward? It's time to move on. It's time to let go of the familiar. Sometimes we can end up back in old habits or back in old patterns, but the quicker that you catch yourself and get out of there, the better everything will be. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. But to stay in it and keep complaining and not trying to solve the problem is not okay. You are capable. You are strong. Remind yourself of this. What are the 2 next steps that you need to do? You got this. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another video. If you'd like to see more encouraging messages like this, as well as feminine energy content and personal development, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next one. Love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Why do I always think of the important stuff after I'm done filming? But if you are worried about not being good enough, I feel you on this, but the point is not to be good enough. The value that you have to offer is 100% good. Like, I get really perfectionistic, I get in my head, and when I'm feeling like that, I don't post. But once I'm thinking about being of service to God, being of service to the collective, I'm not worried about the outcome. All I want to do is just share the information, share the light that I have to give. So whether you're inspiring, entertaining, or educating, go ahead and do it. Use your vessel to shine your light and to inspire other people. Like I said, even if you're not some type of public person, that does not matter at all. You have purpose, literally. So you have something beautiful to offer, and I want you to share it. Don't keep it all to yourself. Don't gatekeep you. Okay, love y'all. Bye, for real this time.